For today's video, we will talk about how to play volleyball. How to play volleyball, skills, positions, rules, and strategy. Winning the rally. When first learning how to play volleyball, it's important to understand how to score points. To score a point in volleyball, a team must win a rally. A rally is begun by a server serving the ball into play. The ball is served over the net to the opposing team. This is an example of a rally. The rally began by a server serving the ball over the net to the opposing team. The opponent then gets a maximum of 3 hits to return the ball back over the net. This video clip is the UAAP Women's Volleyball match between DLSU and UP. How to win a rally. If the defending team failed to return the ball, you score a point. You can also win a point if the other team hit the ball out of the designated court boundary. If a player on the other team makes a fault, it's also possible for your team to win a point. This video clip is the UAAP Women's Volleyball match between Ateneo and UP. UP wasn't able to return the ball to the opposing team. Thus, Ateneo got the point and win the rally. Another way to win the rally is when the team hit the ball out of the designated court boundary. DLSU hit the ball out of the designated court boundary. Thus, Ateneo got the point. This video clip is the UAAP Women's Volleyball match between DLSU and Ateneo. Beginning of a match. Before the start of the match, the referee shall toss a coin in the presence of the opposing captains, after first designating which captain shall cause the coin toss. The captain of the winning toss shall choose one of the following options. It's either team area or service. If the captain chooses the serve, his or her team will serve the first set and the third set. If needed, the loser of the coin toss will serve the second set. After each set of a match, the teams will change playing areas. Game points in volleyball. Games are played until a team hits 25 points and at least has a 2-point lead to win the set. Most games has 5 sets, so to win, a team must have won 3 out of 5 sets. In order to completely understand how to play volleyball, we must first analyze the dimensions of the volleyball court. The volleyball court is a rectangular shape that measures 18 meters length and 9 meters width. The back zone has a length of 6 meters. The front zone has a length of 3 meters. And the service area has a width of 3 meters. The net is placed at the center of the court, and its height measures 2.43 meters for men's volleyball and 2.24 meters for women's volleyball. Around the outlines of the court is an out-of-bounds area, and if the ball were to bounce in this section, then a point would be awarded to the opposing team. Basic rules. Indoor volleyball is played with 2 6-player teams. Each team has 3 front row players and 3 back row players. The front row players mainly hit and block. The back row players mainly pass and dig. Using the video clip of the UAAP Women's Volleyball match between DLSU and UP, there are 6 players for each team. 6 players for DLSU wearing green jersey and 6 players for UP wearing red jersey. As you can see, the front row players hit and block, while the back row players pass and dig. Locations in the court. Each player starts in a specific location. The front row players are the left front, middle front, and right front. The back row players are the left back, middle back or libero, and right back. The locations are just the starting positions. Left front or outside hitter. This player stands at the front left of the court in the attack zone. This player is known by attacking the ball that a setter has prepared. That's why it is called a wing spiker. Center front or middle blocker. This player stands at the middle, right in front of the net. It is responsible to block attacks from the other team and also a key passer who helps get the ball to the setter. Right front or right side hitter. This player has similar responsibilities to the outside hitter. The only difference is that outside hitter focus on the left side of the court while right side hitter focus on the right side of the court. Left back or opposite hitter. The player who scores the most points in the game stands at the back left corner of the court. They play against the other team's opposite hitter. Thus, they need a defensive skills too. Center back libero. A back row player who can only work at the rear of the court, usually wear a different color top, can enter and exit the game without substitution, and can replace any other player and often swap places with the middle blocker. Right back or setter, also called as the playmaker and the quarterback of the team. They run the offensive strategies and set the ball up for the attackers to score. They stand in the right back of the court and can work both rows. Volleyball rotation. A volleyball rotation occurs when the non-serving team wins a rally. They earn a point, the right to serve, and the right to rotate. The team rotates clockwise, with the exemption of the libero. Next is skills in playing volleyball. What are the moves? The first skill is called service. The serve is what begins the game. The player who demonstrates service is called a server. The server puts the ball into play to start the rally. The players that understand how to play the volleyball the best are often the best servers of the team. Service can be done in two ways. First is the underhand volleyball serve. The second one is the overhand volleyball serve. The second skill is called setting. Setting is the action of playing the ball to a teammate. Setting is usually done in an overhead motion using the hands. The player who demonstrates setting is called a setter. A setter's main job is to set spikers. This is done by waiting for a teammate to pass the ball to them. This is an example of a setting. The third skill is called attacking. Attacking or spiking is the action of sending the ball over the net to the opponent's court. Attacks are usually done by taking steps to approach the net, to jump, and hit the ball. The player who demonstrates attacking is called spiker. The spiker is a front row player. This is an example of attacking. The fourth skill is called block. A block is the action of trying to prevent the ball from crossing the net into your court. This is an example of a block. The fifth skill is called digging. Digging is the action of playing the ball in a way that prevents the ball from touching the court after an attack by the opponents. This is an example of digging. The sixth and last skill is called passing. This is usually done with an underhand bump in a short, controlled manner with minimal arm swing. It's quite literally a bump rather than a hit. is an example of passing. Next thing that we will discuss is violations in volleyball. Violations will be called for the following: stepping over the baseline when serving the ball hits the net and fails to get over the net, players are not allowed to carry, palm, or run with the ball, players must not touch the net with any part of the body, and the ball cannot travel under the net. Players and spectators conducting themselves in an unsportsmanlike manner shall be assessed penalties in the following manner. A yellow card will be issued as a warning. A second yellow card will result in a point loss of a rally awarded to the opponent. This is equivalent to a red card. If one player receives 2 yellow cards, it will result in an ejection. A red card issued alone for a single offense will result in a point loss of rally to the opponent. A red card will also result in an ejection for the offending player from the remainder of the match. The following are the terms and lingo in volleyball. Ace, when the ball is served to the other team and no one touches it. Side out, when the team that served the ball makes a mistake causing the ball to go to the other team. Roof, when a player jumps above the height of the net and blocks the ball. And lastly, kill, when a team spikes the ball and it ends in either a point or a side out. Indeed, volleyball is an exciting team sports. Playing volleyball will help improve your cardio, flexibility, balance, and coordination. Thank you for watching!